the value that they have, because people to impact so many different things. And so every year at Super Bowl, we make sure that we, have a school where we go and we do something significant, bring in players, bring in gifts. And we were at Xavier University this year. We were able to go to Xavier and, be blessed to go there and talk to the kids about their career and have speakers, in sports media as well as our retired athletes. And then we had our Heart of a Champion event last night, and we've turned that into a celebration of the local, people, the local heroes. So we had New Orleans Police Department there, New Orleans Police Chief was there, and we recognized one of their detectives that's doing all these programs with youth, all these sports engagements, all of these, youth programs in athletics. And then we also honored the New Orleans Saints assistant general manager. Since we're right here in NOLA, we had to give some love to the Saints, So that's what we do during Super Bowl week, in addition to allowing all of the athletes that are part of PROSPEAK to have a place to go and to share their story, to give their testimony. And Jimmy, is our ambassador, and he really represents, what we are as an organization, trying to help make sure that players as they transition have a platform to make some impact.
Most definitely. Jimmy, what does it mean to, what does that title to?
Well, from the day Bishop and I, first of all, thank you guys for always giving us the platform to share. We don't take it for granted. We're always extremely appreciative. But the mission and vision literally fit with my lifestyle and fit with what was in. I call him Bishop to have more of an affinity than the doctor for what he does for me. But the mission and vision of PROSPEAK totally fits. And it's applicable. It's applicable to me. It's applicable to the homies that are playing now, and so many other of the guys who are still looking and searching for who they are, what they're supposed to do, and what impact they're supposed to make. I live my life from that perspective, and the fact that PROSPEAK has given me an elevated platform to be able to come into these cities, share the story, share the impact, motivate and inspire, connect with the community, and pour out my passion so I get filled as I'm filling up other people. So it's always exciting, and New Orleans is just as exciting, if not more, than the other Super Bowls.
Talking about being full, honestly, pouring into the community, definitely rewarding and filling. What got you guys to have the heart of the community? And putting it in the forefront?
Well, it starts with really my parents, that kind of instilled that in me. Both my parents are from Selma, Alabama, and my mom actually marched with Dr. King. And so in my household, it was always, just kind of a given that we're supposed to give back and try to help each other. There's always, a mindset of how can we help our people? How can we help those that are, left out, those that are, left behind? And so as I started working, with athletes, because I was reached out to initially just to conduct a wedding. Some players asked, hey, can you do a wedding for us? Cool. But I met all their teammates, and it's like, okay, all you guys need some direction. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I can do the wedding, but we need to talk afterwards. What y'all gonna do? Y'all 27 years old, you're about to have a career that's ended, and you're gonna have 50 more years of life. Right, so what you gonna do with yourself? Right. And so, that's why I decided to make sure, okay, I'm gonna make myself available to these athletes, and the best thing they can do, because people want to hear from them, right? Exactly. I mean, these guys, former, retired, whatever you are, NBA, NFL, just because you got that in front of your name, they want to listen to you, and they want to open the door to you. They want to have a conversation, and so if you can use that for some good, then you're really doing something. And especially guys in the NFL, because no guaranteed contracts, it really is not for long. And you figure even if the top guys on the roster, the top 13, 14, 20 guys, they make decent money. The other 30 guys, man, shoot, they may be working at Safeway during the off season. So to be able to, just in the past 5 to 10 years, they started making enough money to maybe sustain. But with the NFL, man, guys were struggling. So I was helping them get jobs, helping them get paths to income, and setting up ways so they can impact community and have income at the same time.
Yeah, that's good. Exactly. And do you think, well, you mentioned that with jobs and getting these guys going and forcing the issue in our community and coming back, building, owning property, getting more sense of not recognition, but bringing dollars back into the community.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That seems to be, that tide seems to be changing. It seems we're getting more and more.
It is, and I'm really grateful that I was on the front end of some of those initiatives because I was working with Major League Baseball when they started their diversity.
Yeah.
I was working with the NBA when they started their foundation for HBCUs. So I've been in those rooms and in those conversations. But the players themselves, man, I was working with guys like Jason Kidd and Antonio Brown in the Oakland Bay Area, man. All those guys wanted to give back to the community. So the gym where they used to play, they wanted to renovate it and put a technology center. You know what I'm saying? So we're doing something in DC now. We did some stuff in Chicago. So to have athletes with an open mind, and then having someone like Jimmy that can kind of add the validation and the stamp of approval, because one thing coming from an OG like me is another thing coming from somebody that actually played, and so we kind of tag team, and the message goes out even as we're stronger, and so brothers see that, hey, this is something that's legitimate and something I need to give myself to, and then I got the goods to be able to say I can help you pull this off, and we make it happen.
Absolutely. How can people get in contact with you?
PROSPEAK.org. You need to go to our website, PROSPEAK.org. You need to follow us on Instagram, PROSPEAK Group. You can also follow us on Facebook. For those of you who are still on Facebook, that's fine. And make sure that you hook up with us, because I want to make sure Jimmy, this year in particular, as this is our 10th year anniversary for PROSPEAK, we're going to be doing a whole lot more this year with our speaking platform. And so next weekend, also weekend in the Bay Area, he's going to be speaking, doing some events. PROSPEAK.org, or go to our email. You can shoot us an email, info@PROSPEAK.org. We want to hook you up. We want to make a difference with you.
Absolutely.
There you go. Couldn't have said it better than that. That's why you're here each year, come in major streaming services. Gentlemen, thank you both for coming on here.
Brothers, always a pleasure, guys.
Thank you so guys much for being